What's the difference between Brazilian keratin to Brazilian alisado, Brazilian smoothing, all of that? I did not found a Brazilian hairdresser explaining to you this in English. I did found a couple of hairdressers trying to explain, going into the subject, but I wanted to make a video for once and for all, explain the difference between that. I am Brazilian, I work with Brazilian smoothing, Brazilian alisado, Brazilian keratin since the age of 13 years old. I am a distributor of cosmetics, I'm a cosmetologist, trichologist. I spend my life working with smoothing products and helping people with their hair. What's the difference between a Brazilian keratin to a Brazilian alisado, what it does and why this might be for you and why this might be not for you? First of all, let's clarify point number one. The Brazilian blowout thing. Everybody asks me, what is a Brazilian blowout? Well, I am Brazilian and I don't know. I'm joking. Brazilian blowout is not made in Brazil, so I will not open my opinions regarding something that I did not work with. It is not made in Brazil and I don't know the chemical base. I do see a lot of hairdressers saying that the Brazilian blowout, in opposite to the other treatments, works with protein and it's easy to wash and it's easier on your hair and blah, 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 blah. Well, I know by fact that my hair is made out of keratin as your hair, okay? It's the base of our hair. So by fact, I know that keratin or protein in the product, it will not smooth out the texture of my hair. If you are a hairdresser, pay attention on this video because I'm gonna take you for a totally different level right now. Keratin started a few years ago in Brazil, I believe in the year of 2000, okay? Everybody start talking about keratin. One, a Brazilian hoster, TV hoster, it show up with the Japanese method. In that time, it's still in the alkaline base. Alkaline base, pH scale, alkaline base here, okay? People, they start wondering, and eventually it show up the formal, I will put the name here, that it's not allowed, it's carcinogenic, and the smell became a big problem. People start getting sick. People start having problem with the smoke burning the eyes, with the smoke burning the throat. In 2006, the first Brazilian died working with that product. Then quickly, Brazil and Visa, our health council, forbidden, completely forbidden the formaldehyde to be used. Some companies, they start saying to people that no, our problem, because formaldehyde, it is a conservant. Okay, now I said the name. It's a preservative. It is allowed in the combination in Brazil, 0.02%. So the companies, they used to say, my product has 0.2%. 0.2% is not responsible to smooth out your hair. You will need way beyond that. But with that in mind, the products still continue to be in the many states. Ladies, they were crazy. Can I wash my hair and have straight after? Oh my God, this was huge. I remember when Fatima Bernardes, the TV hoster, show up on the TV with the straight hair, everybody was wondering because she had a lots of volume and suddenly she was with straight hair. So the name of keratin, it came, how come? I believe because our hair is made out of keratin, and if you have a hair that it's breaking, most likely you will recommend a deep repair reconstruction mask that is made with proteins, amino acids, keratin. Those are the things that make our hair strength, okay? So they associate the name, but the name keratin has nothing to do with the product smoothing out your hair. It's something else, and that's why I'm here to help you. You can be using a keratin, you will know by the smell, okay? It's very clear. It burns your eyes, it burns your throat, you need a mask, you need something. You can see I see lots of countries, they are using big masks and stuff because it's really that harmful, okay? Now that is not allowed in Brazil anymore. There is still companies doing it. I cannot talk about because I don't work with that anymore. I simply don't. I know what is it and I don't want in my life. But the name keratin explode and people start loving at first and then the damages start coming because the keratin, it's like the pen covering up the hair shaft, the keratin, I mean, that product in that time, covering the hair from outside, okay, plastifying the hair. So no treatments could go in and the hair start breaking over and over and over and over. It was really strong. The only good thing about that there was no changing of color. So blondes, they became addicted to it. Because they do the blonde service, they get that frizz after wash, which they're not used to, and then they start to become addicted to the formaldehyde because of that. So keratin does not change the color, okay? Once again, keratin, it's not the one responsible for your hair to become smooth. Moving on. Then the market start getting crazy. What we're gonna do? And then a company called Inoar discover and patent hair discover with the glyoxylic acid. That's it. That's the only thing you need to remember from me and now on. Any single product smoothing in Brazil, it has glyoxylic acid. My product has tannino acid. My product has hyaluronic acid. My product has lactic acid. Great, but those are not the ones smoothing out your hair. It is the glyoxylic acid. Glyoxylic acid, period. Any single bottle I have here in my collection, in my company, over 17, all of them, it is glyoxylic acid. Because simply, there is not another acid responsible to smooth out the hair. So when the product came out in the market, people, they needed something different than keratin to promote. It came the name of protein. And this is very popular in the Gulf, where I am at. They will call keratin formaldehyde, and they will call protein the treatment with acid, okay? I believe that the Brazilian blow thing, I believe it's acid, but again, I cannot talk about a product that's not made in Brazil because I have no access to registrations and to things like that, like I have from my products. So what the acid does, the acid is in opposite to the formaldehyde working in the hair shaft, it will work inside the disulfate bonds, okay, making them like a pasta, like that. Not like relaxers. Relaxers, the one in the alkaline base, they break, okay, the disulfate bonds. The glyoxylic acid make like a pasta, and then we give a new shape with a flat iron or a hot tool. So yes, all our service, they will need a hot tool to seal in the service, okay? Now, another thing, is this makes your hair more healthy? Well, I'm working inside your hair, so it is not making your hair more healthy. But the glossiness, it comes because of the sealing of the cuticles with the heat. So basically, any product will make your hair shine. And now people, they're becoming really good at editing videos that they are making any hair shine, by the way. But it comes with the quality. Recently, studies from Brazil show that companies, they're lowering the pH even more than necessary to get more straight at the first shot. Comes quality, it comes brand. What kind of acid they use? Did they mix the acid with formaldehyde? Did they do something? That's the problem when you're talking about Brazilian products, because million companies are exporting outside. We are the biggest exporter of hair smooth in the world. The company that I have, Phelps, export to 56 countries, okay? This brand I choose because I rely on the way they work. It is simply perfect. The name of Brazilian smoothing in Brazil, it's called progressive system, which means that the more you do, more your hair is gonna be straight. So with that information, you know that this is a cumulative service. Cumulative service. Forgive my English, I'm Brazilian. I will put the translation here, make sure I fix. Cumulative service. What this means, the more you do, the more straight it gets. Brazilian ladies, they are very well of that. But now there is a competition. Who is gonna get the straight hair from the first with acid? Because as the acid started, people, they were having issues getting the hair straight as an opposite with the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, you flat iron with formaldehyde. You know that. The difference here, application. Formaldehyde, you will apply the product, you will comb through, remove the excess, blow dry and flat iron. Of course, you will have the smoke, you have the burning and everything. I do not work with that. Glyoxylic acid works by time, simply by time. You will leave according to the hair structure that you have. You will leave between 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, to an hour and a half, up to 2 hours and a half. This is one of my techniques, which I explain in my course. The difference is here that my product, the one I work, the glyoxylic acid, I wash 100% before I proceed with the service. Formaldehyde, you don't wash. So here is two differences for you to talk. Which one is damaging the most? Of course, I will tell you formaldehyde from one and another. But what about the glyoxylic acid? What Brazil says about that? Glyoxylic acid is still not approved in our health council Anvisa, but it is also not forbidden, okay? It's on process. It should have happened on the COVID time, I believe, but unfortunately there was a delay and we are all waiting for that. Some combinations of the glyoxylic acid, it's already patent and on, and we are working with, and we are still waiting what Anvisa will say. Many hairdressers in Brazil, the old school, they will say, oh, glyoxylic acid release formaldehyde, the ones that they are against the smoothing. It was proved by Inoar, once again, that the glyoxylic acid plays no role in harming our health. And to become a formaldehyde, glyoxylic acid had to be heated above 500 degrees in a vacuum environment, which means no air. No flat iron reached to this temperature, and no product it's capable to do that. So it's safe. It's so safe. Like I found a Brazilian product called coffee. I found a Brazilian product called Crystal. Now, oh my God, they have a new one, caviar and stuff. Great. Caviar, tannino acid, hyaluronic acid, all those things and butters they put inside, it will play in the quality of the product, but they are not the one making the hair straight. They are not. What is making the hair straight? Either is the formaldehyde, either is the glyoxylic acid, period. If you are not working with both of them, you are working with relaxers, which is made for African American hair. There is a new generations of products coming in Brazil, but it's still very early in the alkaline base. And I don't think that a hairdresser, knowing the pH scale, let's remember the pH scale, alkaline, acid. Our hair is a slightly acid, and it makes sense to work with something close to our hair because we know that this causes less damages. I don't think that a hairdresser will take your hair from the alkaline base to the acidic base. It doesn't make sense. So the new generation of products coming, and they're being very clear that it's alkaline because there is a chemical incompatibility between them. Okay, so like what is the Brazilian service? The Brazilian service is made out to enter in your hair shaft, okay, in your hair structure, changing your hair structure to a smoother base. And this cannot be done in hair that is damaged. I always tell my students, do not proceed with the service in a damaged hair because it's gonna go wrong. Still a service of transformation. First, I treat my customer's hair and everything so I can do the service. The wish to have a straight hair was always there. The wish to have a beautiful hair was always there. And it will continue to evolve since 2000 to now, 2022. So many things change. Our products change so much. Okay? If you are working with a Brazilian brand, I highly recommend you have to research who is this brand, their Instagram, their hashtags, the professionals they work with, because it plays a big difference in terms of quality and in terms of what you're putting in your client's hair. Now, all the hairdressers in the world talking about a Brazilian something, many of them, they don't talk to you. That is the glyoxylic acid changing. And that is risks involved. When I talk to you, I'm going to remove your frizz. I'm going to do that for your hair. You will like, I need to remove my frizz. I need to remove. But considering that it's a transformation service, your hair has to be in a good condition to do that. It is not a solution for dry hair. It is not a solution for damaged hair, even though you see the shine. Like I see shine. Yes, you see shine, but this is a makeup outside the hair shaft. I have a makeup right now, some filters, some professional light. I look amazing. My skin is not like that in the real life. This is the same. If your hair is not healthy, it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go bad, and you should be doing, as you should not be doing if you have hair loss. Why? Because it's acid product close to your scalp. If you have eczema, why? Because it's an acid product. If you have psoriasis, why? It is acid product. I think I covered all for you, but just let's go over again this important class so you will remember. Brazilian products are divided in 3 categories. We have the relaxers, we have the formaldehyde, and we have the acid, okay? Formaldehyde and acid, they are basically on the acidic side. But formaldehyde, it is the one that causes the smoke, the burning and everything. And we have the acid, the one that I like to work with in the acidic base. People will call keratin, most likely talking about the formaldehyde, but still, they might be talking that they just want to remove the frizz. You have to talk to them because our clients, they don't know what is it, okay? So they will ask for Botox, for example. Botox was created in Brazil as a mask to make the hair soft. Later on, the companies, they start producing hair Botox. Few of them got sued by the Botox company. None of them can write Botox on the bottle. Instead, they will write BTX. And it came as a lighter option of the acid, which means still the same formula, but lighter. It's supposed to be lighter. I have a company here in Qatar that says that they're selling Brazilian Botox, but it's getting really strong, straightening, smoothing. They're using just the name. The reason why I like to work with Phelps, because their products are very stable. I have a range of collection, which is lower smoothing, high smoothing, and I can work through. But if you know how to work with glyoxylic acid and know that glyoxylic acid works by time, you can leave the Botox for a longer period and you're still gonna get a pretty much good smoothing, even if it is a lighter product. Okay, I hope you like this video. I am Brazilian again. Here's my social media, Leca Cabelo. You can follow me. And that is my hair course, which I'm teaching my technique hair lamination. I will open soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.